Oh, my next guests are performing at McSweeney's Dinner Theater. Their new performance coming up later this week. It's called Sugar Shack on the Hill, and I knew I was going to say it like that because it's just the way it's been in my head the whole time through. It's Sammy, Dan, and Jamie. How you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Really good.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. We got you guys on like the only night you're available to come on this show.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Amazing.
You guys have been trying to book us for a couple of months. We're like, no, we got a show that night. But you got us during rehearsals, so we got to sneak in.
The one time, and you guys kind of left all your other people to come here.
There's just two other
We
people.
abandoned the rest of the cast to come here.
They're at our house right now eating pizza, so I think they're fine. Oh no, we got to bring them the pizza.
We have to pick up the pizza.
So they're at home impatient, waiting for.
I'm sure they're
waiting for the pizza that hopefully will come.
They're studying and working
diligently
on
working on the lines that we have to say for people tomorrow.
Diligent, yes.
Yeah, because the run-throughs tomorrow.
Yeah, we have our
And
preview
then-
show tomorrow, and then opening
and then it
night
opens.
on Friday.
Yeah, on
what
Friday.
day of the week is it?
It's
Wednesday.
Thank you.
Today is Wednesday. We have been in rehearsal.
No,
We
rehearsal
don't
is
know.
just day.
It could currently
Day
be
is
4
just
a.m.
day.
and that would not surprise me. Yes.
Could be. For those at home, it is 9:45.
Maybe.
That sounds right. That
Yeah.
sounds
Well, I
right
already
to
blew
me.
the fourth wall and said we recorded before. So.
Oh, okay. We were ready to improv along.
We're getting real tonight.
That's one thing, honestly, when it comes to TV, like the biggest thing I would ever tell anybody is take an improv class.
Oh, yeah,
Because
that's
think on your
huge.
feet, like go with everything, yes and, all of it.
Well, that's 80% of our job. Like, well, half the night is scripted, and then the other half the night we're serving completely in character, on the fly, just going with it. And you never know. Audience members love to yell stuff out at us. So
They like to try to.
we do a lot of improv.
It's the way it's the nature of the show.
It's fun though. We find a lot of our jokes that actually end up becoming a part of the script that way. Because like someone just will say something on a one-off, and then we're like, oh, that was gold. We're gonna keep that.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, we did talk about that last time you guys were on, was about how, you know, the fans sometimes contribute to the script.
Well, yeah, and actually a really cool thing that we're doing with this show is part of the, without giving too much away, part of the show involves the audience members actually coming on stage and watching the rest of the show from on stage with us.
The rest of the act. We don't keep them up there
Not the rest of the
for-
show, the rest of that current act, they're actually on the stage, like sitting like part of the set, and they're actually people that are characters in the show for.
This show has a lot of audience participation because like the premise of the show is that you as an audience member are a member of Dan and I's cult, and you're helping us with a ritual that we're trying to put on throughout the evening.
And you said this is scripted and actually a show.
Yes, this is the premise of this show is really out there, but it's very funny. So we have audience members. We give them the black robes to match us, and some of them are going to come up and be a part of the ritual on stage.
Right, and for an extra audience participation touch, we're doing a little Mad Libs type thing
where
Dan is going to get some audience members to give ideas for a couple of things. I won't give them away, but they will be incorporated into the show by the characters with only Dan knowing what they're going to be in advance.
So the actors on stage don't know what they're about to say because there's a very small part of it.
they're going to get handed a piece, and that's what they have to go with for the rest of that scene.
Remember that time in... Like audience members like, think of a funny place, make up a funny name of this.
Yeah.
What was your first
well, it's
dog's
the same
name?
thing as Krusty the Clown says, audience participation. Oh, this is always death.
There's even more in this show too.
Well,
we have a game show within this show, and the audience has to participate in that as well. We're going to make our audiences work for this.
Pretty much.
It's going to be so fun. If we're tired, it's going to be very difficult.
There's going to be so many cast members in this show, kind of, sort of, that will get credit, not really, but will.
Yeah. We're going to just put everybody in the
we
program.
planned that perfectly.
Roll some credits at the end.
Bring them up for a bow at the end of the
credits
night.
are 12 minutes long for some reason. So we won't spoil too much of the show because you got to go check it out. It opens Friday.
Yeah.
So Sugar Shack on the Hill. I guess we'll start. Let's start with you, Jamie. Who's your character? Then maybe we can get into that way. We won't necessarily spoil the plot, but who's your character?
Sure. My character is one of 3 members in the show of a Canadian alt-folk indie retro band called Duck Duck Moose.
Oh, you didn't even go with like the Rheostatics or anything?
No, duck, duck.
We make our own stuff.
Duck Moose, all right.
Quack, quack.
We're going to...
Shout out to Dave Bedini. Anyway.
We're going to go... Our band is going to go play a gig at the Sugar Shack, and the night is what happens to us when we get there.
Hijinks happen.
Oh,
at that
there's
point.
shenanigans.
Shenanigans ensue.
And a cult, apparently.
Yeah, that's where we.
What
come in.
cult? I don't know anything
Yeah,
about
well,
cults.
you don't know tonight. You don't. Maybe in 2 nights you might know. But
Oh,
who
he'll
knows?
forget again. It works that way.
Yeah, showbiz is amazing, right? It's just the whole sitcom thing. Oh, they're back the next show.
Like a Groundhog Day kind of situation.
Exactly.
But you don't remember.
Exactly. So Dan, who are you in this show?
I play Vladislav. I am the immortal owner of the Sugar Shack. Now, the kind of way we've advertised it is even in our advertising, the description of the show is kind of part of it to lure people to the show. So it's just like, we put out this thing that, yes, please come, don't worry that the band before us has gone missing. No, no, no. And like, so there's not a whole lot of description of it. When they arrive, they're like, yeah, it's a Sugar Shack, but it's a very kind of What We Do in the Shadows, old Dracula movie parody that kind of ensues from then on out. So for even the audience, it's just like, I thought this was a Sugar Shack. And there's like decorations up and maple and everything, but it turns out that they're trying to find more cult members. I'm trying not to spoil the show as I say it. I'm
Yeah,
trying
We
to
don't
bounce
tell them
around
what we're
words.
looking for, but we are looking
Yeah.
for a particular quality in a particular person.
Not to spoil
One
anything.
very special cult member.
Yes, yes.
Spoiler alert, hoot, hoot, put it on mute.
Yeah. So this is the first time we haven't laid everything out for people, and it's like, this is what's going to happen tonight.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
just
yeah.
Like, just
No,
just
come
show
out,
up.
Come
come out and
find
check it
out.
out. So Dr. Vladislav, what Baltic or Slavic spot are we talking about?
Have we decided?
Have just some mix.
It's hard to like really nail it down because there's been so many, like the accent's been just like comedically butchered so many times, so it's very Romanian.
It's Yugo-Latvistan.
There you
that-
go.
Vladislav.
He knows more than you do about your own character.
Well,
There's your understudy if you ever need one.
well, it's just the name Vladislav is actually a shortened version of whatever you have come up with because it changes every night as a Vladislav Chronicle.
Oh, I just say words.
Yes. So he's from somewhere different every single night, depending on what you say.
Yeah, that's true.
So Sammy, your character.
I am Vlad's henchman, Grub. I am a former worm who has been turned into almost a human.
Oh, okay.
And I'm very loyal to Vlad. I love him. I think he's a great guy. And I'm just, I am there to do his bidding, looking for love in all the wrong places.
So that second part I can tell is very much inspired by real life, but the first part, how close is it?
I'm very close to a worm. I'm not recognizable in the show. Like if
Okay.
you're watching right now, you're not going to come be like, oh, there she is. We saw her. You'll be like, what is that?
No, we've made you into something. I'm not sure what it is, but
I
people
have
are
to
going to
say-
like it.
People are going to find out Friday.
It's
Yes.
possibly my favorite character I've ever gotten to play at McSweeney's. It was the author of the show is a good friend of mine. He wrote this character for me. He was like, oh, she can be weird.
Yeah.
And he went with it.
So obviously, in some ways, you can certainly draw to that character. Dan and Jamie, for you, do you really enjoy playing this character? Is it something that's different from what you've played before? Either one of you can start first, but.
Yeah, well, we all kind of collaborate on the scripts when we first get them. Well, the good thing, like she was saying, J.B. Varnier was the writer of the script.
Friend of the show.
And
He's awesome.
Yeah, and he wrote specific parts actually for us because he knew we've had the same cast for about a year, and he knew while he was writing it, he was like, this one is for Dan, and this one is for Sammy, this one is for Jamie, kind of as we went along. And unfortunately, like Jamie, whenever he plays a normal character, he brings so much to it. So I'm really glad because you can't just like give a normal character and have them be like a throwaway character. You really have to really pump it, and that's where kind of Jamie being the Zach character in the band comes in. I think it's a great fit for you.
He's
but,
so
But he's
logical.
done everything. In the last show, he played 4 different characters.
Right. Yeah. This is it's a pretty standard straight character. Like he's a fairly normal guy. He's I don't know.
So for you playing a normal character, is it more relaxing or is it even more stressful because now I gotta act normal, gotta act normal?
I find it harder. Like,
Yeah, it's different. I don't find either one like a normal or a weird character. I don't find either one of them especially stressful anymore. I've done so many of both. I think that they're very different, but either one is fine. In this one, I'm like the level-headed, fairly collected one. It was like, oh yeah, everything's going to be fine, guys. This Sugar Shack, I mean, they seem eccentric, but not harmful. I think everything will be fine, right? And so I'm just like happy-go-lucky, pretty happy, chill guy. It's it's a fun, relaxing, happy part to play.
Yeah, we'll have to check it all out.
Yeah.
Opens Friday.
Yes.
Where can they get tickets? Where can they go check it out?
You can find us on Facebook at McSweeney's Company Dinner Theater. We also have our website, McSweeneyCompanyDinnerTheater.com. You can book through there, or you can call our office at 857-9114.
All right, so I hope you wrote that down because I didn't remember it. But Sam, Dan, Jamie, thank you so much for joining us. Go check it out. Opens Friday. Be sure to go check it out. It's going to be a great show.